I got a phone call from my goddaughter, and she said, "Mom, did you get the text I sent?" I said, "No, I didn't get it." She said, "Hang up, look at your text I sent you." So I did that. All of a sudden, I see my son picture, and then the girl supposed to be pregnant.
Put a finger down if you are turning up, getting lit, and y'all all mutually decide to have a threesome. And then a month later, after having that threesome that you brought your friend into, she calls and tells you that she's pregnant.
It's just the way everything was done. It was just crazy.
Wait, who pregnant?
Some girl that he's supposed to have a threesome with.
Yeah, right. So he had an unprotected threesome with two girls. You sure?
Yeah.
And somebody pregnant.
Mama,
You sure somebody pregnant?
They could be using it for clout.
They may be. Do I think the baby belongs to my son? I do. I'm almost 80% sure it's his. He makes bad choices. He don't listen. I mean, look at his second baby mama.
He know better not to be having unprotected sex like that.
Baby, he know better to do a lot of stuff that he's not supposed to do.
Oh, he like to stick that thing raw.
You need to stop out these girls, Scrappy. It's a lot. Lock up that and bring the key out next year.
He don't think.
No, he don't.
I have no expectations when it comes to Scrappy. He's unpredictable, so whatever those consequences and results are, they're going to come out later on.
So you don't know if the baby's yours?
No, I'm pretty sure that it's mine.
Scrappy, you have a baby on the way.
How y'all know without me knowing?
All this mess. It's just overwhelming.
I'm gonna tell you, Mom, you gotta take care of yourself. You need to stop worrying about me because I'm okay, because guess what?
I can't worrying about you. My son, I love you.
Yeah,
I will give my life. And I almost gave my life in the hospital worrying about you.
It ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yes, you do. It got a lot to do with you. It got a lot to do with you.
You need to be your age. You need to stay off Instagram.
No, I can't talk to you. You won't listen.
No, why you with it?
I'm finna go because you're not listening.
She ain't finished her food.
While Atlanta was bustling with its regular rhythms, the atmosphere was tense in the realm of reality TV on a calm Friday afternoon. One moniker that was widely associated with love and hip-hop, Scrappy, was making waves in the streets and on social media. Even the most seasoned viewers of the program would be shocked by what was going to happen in the next few days. It wasn't just about Scrappy's chaotic love life. Atlanta had seen its fair share of drama, from tumultuous relationships and complex family dynamics. This time, it was about a long-kept secret that, if revealed, would completely upend his world. The storm started with a single Instagram post from Me, who is known for her fearless, unrestrained style. Mama D was never one to back down from a challenge. Her candor had frequently caused controversy, but this time it felt different. There was something more honest and intimate in her words that alluded to a family scandal that no one saw coming when you thought you knew someone, but they pulled you into their mess. Not only did Scrappy cheat, but he also got a complete fan pregnant. Yes, there was a threesome involved, but this isn't right or perfect. Although the post was brief, it was shocking to fans who had followed Scrappy throughout his romantic and hip-hop journey. They couldn't believe they were seeing a fan pregnant in a threesome. Not only was this a scandal of the utmost magnitude, but Scrappy's own mother was serving it to the world. The rumors had been going about for a time. Discussions about Scrappy infidelity had been going on for a while, but this was something new. It wasn't just about him getting into a love triangle or bickering with his wife Bambi. It was a full-fledged public family drama that everyone couldn't ignore, and the internet broke out. People guessed what Mama D's mysterious message meant. Was it a ploy to attract attention? Another of her dramatic outbursts? Or was there more to the tale than anybody knew? Within hours, however, Mama D followed up on her post with a string of Instagram stories, each more mysterious and illuminating than the one before it. The stories alluded to a darker SES Scrappy that no one had ever seen. Her comments were laced with a mixture of rage, sadness, and something else that felt like a profound loss of personal integrity. I warned him, but he ignored me, and now we're all caught up in his mess, with the public becoming enraged. There are some things you just can't hide when your own flesh and blood is tangled in lies and secrets. As more information started to surface, the truth began to take shape, according to people close to the situation. It all began on a crazy night when Scrappy Ever, the partygoer, was at a meet and greet event where he was surrounded by a group of eager fans. They asked the questions that no one had dared to ask before, like who the woman involved is, how long this had been going on, and what Bambi thought about all of this. A fan, whose identity had been kept secret for the time being, had attracted Scrappy's attention. What began as lighthearted flirtation soon escalated into something more serious. But the night went out of control as alcohol was consumed in excess. And soon after, a threesome was allegedly in full swing for Scrappy. What was initially supposed to be an anonymous encounter swiftly turned into a scandal that would follow him for months. When one of the ladies who were part of the fan became pregnant, she was overjoyed and thought it would be a wonderful experience. Night with a famous person, but that delusion instantly vanished when she found out she was expecting a child. And that's when things started to become serious. When Scrappy, who had always presented himself as a family man, went silent, the fans sought him out in the hopes that he would accept responsibility. But Scrappy had turned them into a lifelong partner.
My goddaughter, and she said, Mom, did you get the text I sent you? I said, no, I didn't get it. She said, hang up, look at your text I sent you. So I did that. All of a sudden, I see my son picture, and then the girl supposed to be pregnant.
Put a finger down if you were turning up getting lit and y'all all mutually decide to have a threesome. And then a month later, after having that threesome that you brought your friend into, she calls and tells you that she's pregnant.
It's just the way everything was done. It was just crazy.
Wait, who pregnant?
Some girl that he's supposed to have a threesome with.
Yeah,
So
well,
he had an unprotected threesome with 2 girls.
you sure?
Yeah.
And somebody pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
You sure somebody pregnant?
They could be using that for clout.
They may be.
Do I think the baby belongs to my son? I do. I'm almost 80% sure it's his. He makes bad choices, and he don't listen.
I mean, look at his second baby mama.
He know better not to be having unprotected sex like that.
Baby, he knows that he do a lot of stuff that he's not supposed to do.
Oh, he like to sit that thing raw.
You need to stop out these girls, Scrappy. It's a lot. Lock up that and bring the key out next year.
He don't think.
No, he don't.
I have no expectations when it comes to Scrappy. He's unpredictable, so whatever those consequences and results are, they're going to come out later on.
Scrappy's silence only served to fuel the flames. The fan, who was now dealing with a pregnancy, kept the news to herself for weeks until the truth could no longer be concealed. When she reached out to Scrappy one last time, he didn't reply, so she turned to Mama D for advice. She was shocked by the revelation and started piecing together what had happened that night. And soon after, Bambi, Scrappy's wife, found out. In spite of their relationship's ups and downs, Bambi had always supported her husband. Now confronted with a shocking revelation, fans took sides as the drama developed since Scrappy had betrayed not just her, but also the family they had created together. Bambi was devastated and unsure if she would ever be able to trust Scrappy again. Some justified Scrappy by saying that everyone makes mistakes and that this was simply another aspect of being a celebrity. Others were appalled by his behavior and believed that he had deceived not only his wife and family, but also his fans. The revelation presented Scrappy in an entirely different light, no longer the faithful father and husband, but a man whose actions had ripple effects on all of his relationships. The fan, who is now confirmed to be pregnant, also started speaking out publicly, sharing her side of the story. She talked about how the party night began innocently enough, but quickly got out of hand. How she had fallen for Scrappy and thought their encounter meant more than it actually did when she found out she was. When the media and fans alike began to notice the growing scandal, Scrappy's silence became deafening. Neither he nor his team had released an official statement, and his social media accounts remained unaltered, giving the impression that he was withdrawing into the shadows. She was pregnant and conflicted between feeling abandoned by Scrappy and realizing she would have to face this alone. Was he trying to shield his family from the chaos he had caused, or was he ashamed? The media frenzy grew every day, bringing fresh information, fresh discoveries, and unexpected turns. I'm tired of being the strong one. I stood by him through everything, but I don't know how much more I can take. Trust is everything in a marriage, and I don't know if I can ever trust him again. Bambi first broke her silence in an emotional statement that touched followers all over the world. Her comments struck a profound chord with the public, which witnessed a lady at a crossroads of confusion and anguish, trying to make sense of the man she loved and his true nature. Scrappy's behavior has destroyed not only his marriage, but the cornerstone of everything he had constructed. His followers were also split. Others supported him, claiming it was an error. Since Scrappy stayed in hiding, some wondered if he would ever redeem himself. Would he accept responsibility for his actions, act as a father to the child he had fathered with a fan, or would he continue to distance himself from the fallout, leaving his family to pick up the pieces? In the end, the drama surrounding the Scrappy scandal would permanently alter how the world saw him. As the world awaited Scrappy's move, one thing was certain: his life would never be the same. The man who had once appeared to be a rising star in the reality TV industry was now at the center of a scandal that could cost him everything. Scrappy is at his breaking point after everything he's been through, including heartbreak, betrayals, and endless drama. It seems like he can't take it any longer. Fans are in complete shock as unsettling reports surface suggesting that Scrappy may have reached his lowest point yet. According to those close to the rapper, he has been in a downward spiral ever since Bambi left him. And in a tragic turn of events, he has reportedly tried to end it all. Rumors of a tragic cry for help have rocked the industry, leaving fans wondering how it happened, whether this is truly Scrappy's last days, and most importantly, whether Bambi will intervene before it's too late. Stay tuned, because what we're about to reveal will stop you in your tracks. No matter how difficult things got, Scrappy always managed to persevere. However, this time, something was different. The strain of his loneliness, treachery, and heartache seemed to be too much for him to handle. According to people close to the rapper, he may have committed the unimaginable. It all began when his lifelong love, Bambi, left him. Their relationship had been a flurry of arguments and makeup, but this time the split felt irrevocable. His friends observed that Scrappy was not handling it well. His once lively demeanor had changed to cryptic messages that suggested he was experiencing significant inner anguish. And his social media accounts had become unusually silent. I simply do not know how to proceed. After Scrappy shared a succession of Instagram posts, followers started to suspect that something was wrong. According to reports, he'd informed a close buddy late at night that everything felt empty without her. Each one was darker than the last. One post in particular caught everyone's attention. A black screen with the words, "What's the point of it all?" written in white. Within minutes, his followers flooded his direct message service, DDMS, with supportive messages telling him to keep going. but they had no idea that things were much worse than they had anticipated. Scrappy's closest friends and family knew he was having difficulties, but no one understood how deeply his pain ran. Over the past few weeks, his behavior had become more unpredictable, and he stopped showing. The biggest warning flag was that he began drinking excessively, something he had previously vowed never to do again. He skipped crucial meetings, skipped studio sessions, and even toasted some of his closest friends. When his longtime friends, who asked to remain anonymous, realized something was seriously wrong, they said, "I went to check on him, and I didn't recognize him. His house was a mess, bottles everywhere, blinds stripped tight like he didn't want to see the light of day. And the way he was talking scared me. He kept saying, 'I don't think I can do it.' I attempted to help him change his thinking, but I could see in his eyes that he wasn't okay. As the days went by, his family became more concerned, especially his mother. 'I'm exhausted, bro, and I just want this suffering to stop.' One of the first people to realize that something was severely amiss was Mama D. Her family and friends sat in silence, their eyes fixed on the door, waiting for any word from the doctors. When the door eventually opened, Mama D paced back and forth, her hands shaking as she muttered prayers. The room became quiet as the doctor left, his face unreadable. Though his voice was cautious, the doctor said, "He's stable for now, but he's not out of danger yet." The next 24 hours are critical. When word of Scrappy's condition spread, social media was ablaze with messages of support from fans, but the collective sigh of relief that swept through the waiting room was soon replaced by the sobering reality of what lay ahead. Scrappy had fought his way back from the brink, but the battle was far from over. With the #StayStrong hashtag going viral, artists and even people who had previously criticized Scrappy united in an overwhelming outpouring of love and support. However, amid the outpouring of support, there was also worry that this would be a real wake-up call for Scrappy, or that he would relapse into the same cycle of suffering and self-destruction. He had previously struggled with his mental health, according to some close insiders, but this was by far the most serious instance. An insider said that he needs genuine therapy, not just a brief. Getting better and reverting to his previous behaviors, he requires counseling, support, and most importantly, individuals who truly care about him. Despite everything, Bambi reportedly broke down in tears when she heard the news because she couldn't get rid of the guilt weighing on her. She told a close friend, "I just wish things didn't end up like this. I never wanted him to hurt like this." Over the next few days, everyone would be watching, hoping for signs of improvement. Would Scrappy take charge of his life, get the help he needed, and find a way to heal, or would